The seed is the word of God. The seeds that fell along the path stand for those who hear. But the devil comes and takes the message away from their hearts in order to keep them from believing and being saved. I commit my spirit.
If Jesus is king, why are they doing this to him? I don't know.
What does Easter mean to them, and what do they understand from Easter?
Time to remember Christ and more to reconnect with family.
Christ died, he was buried, and he raised from the dead.
They celebrated to commemorate the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
It is a day that in a strengthened faith yangu.
It's also a time to remember that Christ conquered death and he was victorious.
Only a God could have overcome the power of death.
We want to wish you a blessed Easter holiday, remembering that this is not just the celebration of the death, but above all the resurrection of our Lord and Savior.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
Ili kupata msubiri Mungu kama sikiza tuni yako, bonyeza *812 *501 hash.
Kijana kanipigia simu amejawa na huzuni, amefadhaika yuhoi. Nikamuuliza kunani? Japo nimetia jitihada za mtu wa kujenga nyumba kwa mate, nikaongeza kumcha Mungu, sifanikiwi. Naishi kama lofa mlala hoi, kabwela wa madongo.
Kupata msubiri Mungu kama sikiza tune, bonyeza *812 *501 hash. *812 *501 hash.
Kenya Broadcasting Corporation is Kenya's most trusted news and entertainment brand. Grow your business, acquire more clients, and reach new, diverse audiences by advertising with us. We connect brands to audiences that matter, driving results for brands and enhancing your current marketing strategies. We have packages for all needs, and no product is too small for us. Contact us today and capitalize on our combined power of radio, TV, and digital platforms. KBC, connecting Kenyans.
Good afternoon. Thank you for keeping it KBC Channel 1, and happy Easter holiday to my Christian brothers and sisters. A very warm welcome to the broadcast. My name is Irene Muchuma Udim. On sign language interpretation this afternoon, we have Anne Wangeshi. Now, the National Cereals and Produce Board, NCPB, has reassured farmers that distribution of subsidized fertilizer will continue undeterred during the Easter holidays. In a statement, NCPB advised farmers who received e-voucher messages for subsidized fertilizer to redeem them. Meanwhile, a section of church and political leaders in Embu now wants President William Ruto to crack the whip on crooks involved in the distribution of fake fertilizer in the country. They said that the revelation that fake fertilizer was in supply in government NCPB silos was a cause for concern, especially since food production ranks among top priorities for Ruto's administration.
Uendelee kuongoza ili utawala wako uweze kutambulika kwa yale uliyoagiza. Cha kwanza ni kuhakikisha maisha ya wana Kenya, na sana sana ni kupitia kwa chakula. Mbolea ikiwa haipo, tukidanganywa kwamba ni mbolea tunaweka, kumbe ni ya kuharibu ile mimea. Tutakuwa tunasubiri kuvuna nini? Zero.
Christian faithful in Embu County are calling on parents to be vigilant during the school holidays to ensure the safety of their children. Speaking while marking the Easter holiday, Anglican cleric Obadiah Kinywa urged parents to advise their children on the dangers of drug use, which remains a thorn in the flesh as youth find themselves addicted to drugs and alcohol.
Na kwa hivyo sisi tungetaka kuwaomba wote, na si watoto pekee, pia watu wengine, watu wazima, tujikinge ama tujizuie kutoka kutumia madawa ambayo huenda ikaathiri afya yetu.
The Catholic Church has vowed to complement the government in the all-out war against drug abuse and illicit liquor to help save lives, especially for young people. Sacred Heart Catholic Shanzu Mombasa Parish priest Father Vincent Alicho called for concerted efforts in confronting challenges facing the youth in the country. Speaking during the commemoration of Good Friday in Kisauni sub-county, Father Alicho challenged the government to partner with the church to support education and tackle unemployment among the youth through scholarships, as most of the youth engaging in crime are from poor backgrounds.
The thing of drug abuse, insecurity, cultism, the taking of the substances amongst the youth is really a thing of concern, because if they grow that way, then the leadership they are meant to offer to the society in future will not be there.
The National Council for Population and Development has launched its 2023-2027 strategic plan aimed at boosting its service provision in line with the government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Speaking during the launch, Principal Secretary for Economic Planning, James Mohati, underscored the strategic plan's role in rallying ministries, state departments and agencies towards unified action, aligning with the government's vision. Emphasized the central link between the population dynamics and socio-economic planning, highlighting the plan's holistic approach to improving citizens' quality of life.
NCPD is a state department which is an agency which is domiciled under the under the National Treasury and Economic Planning, and the key mandate of this particular agency, the National Council for Population Development, is the management of the population policy. And as you are aware, population policy is very, very critical in regard when it comes to planning, because our plans are based on how we want to improve or manage the quality of life of our people.
The government is set to spend 300 million shillings from Universal Service Fund USF Kitty to improve mobile network coverage in remote and banditry attack-prone areas of Kitui County. This is according to the Principal Administrative Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communications and the Digital Economy, Eric Raithe. Speaking during a courtesy call visit to Kitui County, Commissioner, the PS reiterated that the Communication Authority of Kenya under the Ministry of ICT is working in partnership with private mobile network service providers, including Safaricom, to improve poor mobile network connectivity by installing masts across all identified zones.
1 and 2 in Kitui benefited a place called Malalani, Malawa, Makuka, Kimela, Katene, and Thonoa. So all those now have been connected through the Universal Service Fund. The projects have been commissioned and the areas are connected. Why are we here? We are serving a government of bottom up. So the Communications Authority would want to know for sure how much coverage was achieved.
The element of security will be served very well. Residents can reach the security officers, can reach the chiefs, and even police stations. So that to and fro communication between the residents and security officers would be enhanced the moment these facilities are installed.
Police in Kitengela have arrested one person and confiscated 810 liters of ethanol, fake Kenya Revenue Authority stamps, and assorted liquor bottles. This follows a crackdown on illicit brew in Thorne Grove, Kitengela town. During the sting operation, one person was taken into custody while his accomplices are reported to have escaped. The raid was conducted at a warehouse in a high-end estate following a tip-off from members of the public. Detectives from Kitengela, led by the officer commanding station David Oleshani, raided the warehouse and confiscated ethanol and other paraphernalia utilized in packaging the illegal brew. The raid followed a tip-off from area residents who were concerned over the frequency of vehicles moving in and out of the compound in the wee hours of the morning.
This morning, with the help of members of the public, we got very, very crucial information that there was a warehouse that was storing ethanol and someone was coming to collect it.
Yes, we were suspicious because from the Watco, we have been doing investigation concerning this house. It is only the owner of this place because there is a time whereby he was doing illegal business also here. And we implemented through the agent of security.
Now, there was drama in Muchuma area of Kilifi South Sub-County, Kilifi County, when government officers drawn from the national and county government tried to repossess a grabbed piece of land belonging to the National Museums of Kenya. The 8-acre piece of land was allegedly carved off from the Muchuma heritage site and allegedly grabbed by a private developer who now says he has a title deed for the said land.
Residents of Muchuma area of Kilifi South Sub-County, Kilifi County on Friday tweeted to a bizarre incident after drama ensued when Kilifi County askaris, accompanied by the officers from the County Department of Lands, engaged in an altercation with individuals alleged to have grabbed land belonging to the National Museums of Kenya.
So shida ni hao wakubwa ndio wanatamaa ya kitu chochote ambacho kiko hapa Muchuma. Kusema kweli, hii ni interest ya tete ambayo ako nao na hii shamba, anataka kukatoa kipande na nimekataa. Kweli. Tete na Kenchonga. Muulize akona shida gani na hii shamba.
Principal Secretary in the State Department of Culture, the Arts and Heritage, Umir Bashir, and NMK officials led by the board chairman Dr. Edwin Obonyo tried to demolish a perimeter wall but were attacked by goons.
As national government and as National Museums of Kenya, our work is to safeguard the remaining monuments and sites that are here.
Get these people out of our sight, we come and see what we're doing, and we go to the business. Get them completely out of our sight. And don't you ever, mark my word, don't you? Let's do our job.
Tasimama kidete pamoja na serikali ya kaunti ambayo inaongozwa na mheshimiwa mstahiki Gavana Mung'aro kusema ya kwamba mali ya umma itabaki umma.
Stones were pelted at them after the gate and part of the wall had been flattened, prompting everyone to scamper for safety. Police from the Muchuma police station were forced to rush to the scene to provide security. According to Bashir, the land in question was fraudulently acquired 2 years ago from the gazetted site and bush clearing work was underway.
Walivunja ukuta mara kwanza na wakasimamisha ukuta mara pili. Nikaripoti hiyo kesi police station. Wakaitwa, wakaulizwa, wa declare interest. Waseme plot ni yao ama ni ya mtu, wanatetea mtu.
Hapa Kilifi mjini tunataka kujenga county headquarter. Nusu ya hiyo shamba imeibwa na wafanyakazi wa county government ya Kilifi walikuwa kufanya kazi kwa county. Na nimesema nitazivunja.
As part of the resolution of this long-standing matter, we are looking inwards, but we are also looking outwards. There are people who have organized criminals to take other people's land, to take public land, and we are not going to look back. We will claim back every public property that has been grabbed.
Timothy Kipnusu for Lunchtime News.
Glad you're watching the Lunchtime News. We are taking our first commercial break. We'll be back with more, including news-making headlines in the world of sports. Stay with us.
Kenya Broadcasting Corporation is Kenya's most trusted news and entertainment brand. Grow your business, acquire more clients, and reach new, diverse audiences by advertising with us. We connect brands to audiences that matter, driving results for brands and enhancing your current marketing strategies. We have packages for all needs, and no product is too small for us. Contact us today and capitalize on our combined power of radio, TV, and digital platforms. KBC, connecting Kenyans.
TV business. Chapukoi, are you ready to be a famous person? Kapisa, girlfriend. Who doesn't want to look attractive like me?
Woman down, as someone police called the ambulance.
Guys, and then there's this thing called romantic attraction.
Sasa ng'ombe wawili kukaliso mahali pamoja, hiyo ni taabu tubu.
Mama nisuka, let the world stop. I want to align.
This is a very exciting moment, not just for Naivasha, not just for the county of Nakuru, but also for Kenya.
Okay, ready? Ready.
This thing is crazy. I mean, the sheer speed, you can hardly see the road. These guys are really professional. It's really something out of this world. Ask me whether I want to do this again? I'm not sure.
Glad you are watching the Lunchtime News. Welcome back. Now, Kisii County Woman Representative Doris Aburi has decried current wastage of rainwater owing to lack of storage facilities to harvest the water. Aburi is urging learning institutions to store water for domestic use following the sinking of boreholes in the region. The woman representative was speaking during a free medical camp at Bobaracho Primary School. Among those who attended the free checkup were residents struggling with jiggers infestation.
Na mimi kama mama county hata nimeshangaa sana. Jana mvua ilinyesha. Hapa vile tuko hivi inakaa itanyesha jioni. Lakini mkiangalia wamama wanateremka hapo chini, wanachota maji wakirudi. They are wasting time. Hiyo time ya kuchota maji wangekuwa sahi shambani ama wako sokoni wanauza wakitafuta pesa. Kisii hatuna good mechanism ya kufanya water storage. Ndio sababu mimi wakati nilianza kutembea nilifahamu kwamba lazima nitengeneze borehole. Hii borehole ikuwe na solar na wawekea water tower. Sasa hiyo water tower ni encourage kufanya water storage. Watu wakikuwa hapo karibu watachota maji, wengine hata wenye wako na pesa vizuri kama hivi shule wataweka hiyo, wafanya reticulation, ni kuweka tu pipe na maji inaenda kwa shule, watoto wanachota kushinda watoto wanaenda mtoni.
At least 9,000 residents in remote villages in Tana River County have benefited from a medical outreach program launched by the county government. The program will help shorten the distance to medical facilities by bringing these services closer to the people. According to the stakeholders, the program is targeting expectant mothers and children who will receive services such as immunization, healthcare during pregnancy, among others.
The reason as to why we are really we chose this site is that this is a hard to reach area. It is more than 5 kilometers away from the facility.
So most of the communities were not able to access health services. So the Department of Health, together with the partners, came together and decided to give this set of services to the affected communities.
Tumebadilika upande wa usafi, vyoo, ulishe pia, namna ya kulisha watoto, jinsi ya kunyonyesha watoto kwa vile wanavyotufundisha masomo yao na mafundisho yao.
Wengine wanajua wamebaki kule Malindi. Unajua kuna hiyo.
The Luo Council of Elders Chairman Nyandiko Ogandi has urged the government to put in measures that will conclusively deal with road carnage in the country. Speaking from his Kendu Bay home, Ongadi expressed dissatisfaction with the perceived inaction by institutions tasked with curbing accidents on the road. He called for decisive measures to be taken against those breaking traffic laws, and at the same time, Ongadi called on all motorists to exercise caution on the roads to stop the loss of innocent lives.
Nataka serikali inatoa sheria kama ajali bado haijafanyika. Ninaona kama ajali ikifanyika ndio sasa serikali inatoa maoni yao. Hiyo ni sheria nawekwa kama ajali bado haijafanyika. Samani nilikuwa nagopa kuua mtu.
Families displaced following heavy downpour at Mtonyora C in Magumo Ward, Kinangop constituency, received temporary relief following the donation of foodstuff and non-food items. The residents received iron sheets, cooking stoves, among other building materials, as the process to rebuild their lives began. A majority of those forced out of their houses due to the flooding have been living in makeshift structures. The county government was urged to ensure enough drugs at health facilities as families continue to spend nights in the cold.
Nimeanza side za Magumu, kule mvua ilinyesha, watu wakaharibiwa nyumba zao. Nilikuja wakati nyumba ziliharibiwa na nikawapatia vitu zingine na zingine nikawa promise nitalete kama iron sheet, nimewaletea masufuria, jiko za kupika, au wote nimewaletea na nikapatia wale watu hapo surrounding chakula ndio nao wawe na chakula ya kupika wakati huu wa Pasaka. Huku nimezunguka hakuna madawa. Tafadhali weka madawa kwa mahospitali, hata kule watu wanataka maternity, please waangalilie wawekee hata beds, hata madaktari please, na kuomba tunataka tu heshima hapa Nyandarua.
6,000 EPZ workers from Changamwe in Mombasa have turned to the political leaders to intervene in a matter where they have alleged unlawful dismissal from 2 dress-making factories based in the area. The 2 sister companies gave their workers sacking orders without notice after they formed a workers' union. Mombasa political leaders, led by local Member of Parliament Omar Mwinyi, have shifted blame to the Ministry of Labour officials for inaction on the matter. They have now appealed to the Security Cabinet Secretary to intervene.
na saa hii hawakugoma, wamefutwa, wanaambiwa hakuna kazi, so bila hata notice. Sasa labor is supposed to come in, lakini sasa labor wamekutana na DCC, wamekutana na Business Authority, wamekutana na management, kile ambao wameamua, sisi hatuna habari.
Wafanyaji kazi wana haki ya kuwa na union kwa mapenzi yao. Kwa hivyo hakuna sababu ya ati Ashton waseme hatutaki union. Hiyo si mambo yao. Kama hawataki union, waende zao.
Glad you're keeping it. KBC Channel 1, time for sports. Carl Tundo, who is entered for both the World Rally Championship and the Kenya National Rally Championship, is the overnight leader for the local division of the WRC Safari Rally. Tundo, who is driving a Ford Fiesta, topped the standings with a time of 48 minutes, 30.2 seconds. Minesh Rathod, who is competing in two classes, had a time of 59 minutes, 21.1 seconds, with Akif Virani, third. KNRC only driver Ishmael Azeli has a time of 1 hour, 1 minute, 52.3 seconds in fourth place. Francesco Goraski is fifth, Josiah Kariuki is sixth. The rest of the field has Lisa Christopherson, Tinashe Gatimo and Pauline Shegu. This evening, the crews tackled Soisambu from 4:30 p.m., Almentaita at 5:30 p.m. and Sleeping Warrior at 6:30 p.m.
Find a compromise of the two. Looking after his Yaris through the bumps, but a slow puncture meant one of his two spares was already going to be used up.
All right, the Safari Rally action is down in Naivasha, the county of Nakuru. My colleague Isaac Lemoka is on standby. Isaac, how is the weather down in Naivasha, and how are you this afternoon?
Well, thank you so much, Irene Muchuma, all the way from Broadcasting House, Nairobi. We are coming to you live from Naivasha, and right here where I'm standing, it is the service park where all things are happening. Here it is at the media center where drivers come and get their interviews, and of course behind me it is the service park where drivers also come here and make their cars. And as you can see, some of the drivers at the zone there, they're trying to pack and go. They leave for the next stage. It is a rainy day in Naivasha right now. Remember, drivers after racing in the Loldia, Geothermal and Kedong routes twice yesterday, they headed today to Soisambu for the fifth stage. Of course, this stage has been described by drivers as one of the challenging ones, and drivers will race from Soisambu to the Sleeping Warrior through Elementaita, which they'll do 2 rounds, of course, and similar to stage 4 and 5. Again, drivers will be racing from Malewa to Oserian and Health Gate twice in the power stage on Sunday. Finally, the 2024 Safari Rally will end with the prize giving ceremony at the scenic Hell's Gate National Park also on Sunday. But yes, we are from the stoppage zone where drivers came from Elementaita, and they also had a meet and greet. We also saw Ot Tanak with his co-driver coming there and meeting the fans. But at the same time, it was the fans who caught the eyes of those who were there, especially the drivers, including our very own Flash Tundo. He was a darling of the crowd, and and meet and greet included also children. Remember, the WRC has got some opportunities and also some programs including the safety of children. They had a seminar yesterday, and today also as part of the program they were meeting children and just encouraging them on the road safety as much as they enjoy the program. Right on the sport, of course, we have Kale Rovan-Pera of Toyota Gazoo, who is leading the pack. Of course, Thierry Neuville of Belgium is really trying with his Hyundai team, but so far so good, because the Toyota Gazoo team led by the likes of Kasuta and of course Rovan-Pera taking the center stage. Remember, this is the 72nd edition of the Safari Rally to be staged here in the country, and of course we will be bringing you all the latest news in our subsequent bulletin from Naivasha. Thank you so much, Irene Muchuma. That is all we had for now. My name is Isaac Lemoka, live from Naivasha.
Thank you, Isaac Lemoka, for the latest update. Remember, the rally is being shown live on KBC Channel 1. Your true sports partner, keep it KBC Channel 1. Across the borders, Egyptian side Al Ahly earned a narrow 1-0 win over Simba of Tanzania in a first leg of their CAF Champions League quarterfinal match played last night.
Al Ahly made a strong start to the first leg of their quarter-final tie, with Ahmed Nabil Koka opening the score in just 4 minutes into the game. Despite Simba's effort to level the score, the first half concluded with Al Ahly leading 1-0. In the second half, Simba maintained possession for the majority of the game and took more shots on the goal compared to their opponents, but they could not find a way back into the game. Al Ahly will have to successfully defend their lead in the second leg at home as they go in search of the semi-final slot. Faith Akinyi for Lunchtime News.
And on that note, we have come to the end of Channel 1 Lunchtime News. Thank you for your feedback on our social media platforms. Thank you for your time. My name is Irene Muchuma Odem. On sign language interpretation, we have Anne Wangeshi. Happy Easter holidays to my Christian brothers and sisters. Good afternoon.